So it's working. Okay, so just wanted to start off saying thanks for doing everything for me. So basically, through this class, we're talking about our life, our vocation, so everything. So I chose the vocation of marriage. That's why I'm doing a married couple. So first question is just how did you guys meet? Just
mutual friends in college.
Okay. So when you first met, did you guys like each other at all, or?
We were friends.
We were friends. We were both accounting majors in college, so we had mutual friends, but then we also started having some classes together. And when we first met, I was dating somebody else. And then a semester later, we ended up having a class together where I sat next to her in class. And then probably...
Our friends were kind of also like, oh, you two should, you know. And, you know, it was...
And then, yeah, a couple 3 weeks into the semester, we started dating at that point. So...
We had known each other, what, 6 months?
Mm-hmm.
No, 9 months. 9 months.
Okay.
So we met like Christmas time. And then that January semester, we had one class together. And then when we came back in the fall is when we started dating.
Okay. Why did you decide to get married? Just...
I think we always knew we'd marry somebody, you know.
Yeah,
and
it's just, we obviously our parents were married, so, and just from our upbringing, it was just seemed natural.
And once you met the right person, and you know, at what point did we know? It's when Lori asked you.
Yeah, it just was a progression over time.
Yeah, how long were we together?
I don't know.
3 years before.
Oh, before
we got engaged.
Yeah, but I think we talked about it before then.
Oh yeah, like a good year before.
But we started dating sophomore year of college, and then we didn't get engaged till after senior year. Mm-hmm. So it was a while.
But we probably knew sometimes
a year into it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay, and then kind of goes in tangent with the last two. Why did you decide to have kids? Just...
Oh, well,
Just
look at them. Well, why wouldn't you want them?
It was just based upon, for me it was based upon how I was brought up. I saw my life as get married, have kids, and I don't know if it was my lack of ambition to go out and see the world or what, but I knew I'd be happy with marriage and kids, and it really wasn't a question of, I need to sow my wild oats, or I need to go explore this or explore that. It was, I knew what would make me happy, so that's kind of, we got married, and then we waited 4.5, 5 years roughly, and then after that we'd done our thing and had our careers.
Had our married life without children, and then...
It was the natural progression of, okay, we're in our late 20s, let's have some kids.
Okay. That was going to be my next question. So do you think that married couples should have their own lives before they have kids? So wait a couple years into the marriage to get to know each other first, and then even better, and then have kids?
I think it works differently for everybody.
I wouldn't say it's the same answer for anybody.
Okay.
For us, it just...
For us, it made sense to wait, and all of our friends were, we're the first group of ones in our friends to have kids. So, but it was kind of, it seemed like it made sense for us, but it might not make sense for somebody else.
Yeah, for us, part of it was career-wise for me. I wanted to put in my time where I was before I had kids, and priorities change once you have kids. Work was less of, So I was in public accounting, and it's a great place to be when you want to dedicate every ounce of being to it. But when you have other priorities, it's hard to be. So, I did my 5 years there, and it's time to have out.
Okay, so in our class we were talking about marriage as a bond between the couple and God. So would you say your family life is very religious? Do you think that God is active in your life?
He's there.
Yeah, he's there.
Because in college, we would go to church every Sunday together, and I would notice that if we weren't going to go together, there might be problems, So it was fortunate for me that I found a man who was Catholic as well, and he had been brought up with the same beliefs as I had, and I don't know what else.
And today, I think I'd say we're not the most active Catholics, but we send our kids to Catholic schools. We go to Mass on the weekends. We try and contribute when we can and volunteer when we can to to religious causes, but are we saying the Bible or doing the rosary before bedtime every night? No. I mean, it's not. I mean, I'd say we're typical for the most part for people our age, and I mean, there's
In our loan.
yeah, there's some that are more, and some that I know that are a lot less. That I mean, they send their kids to Catholics, but they never show up at church on Sunday. To me, it doesn't make much sense if you're going to pay for the school.
I think it's important for us to go to church as a family, especially now that Alex is old. Because, you know, tonight my mom's coming to watch the kids, and it's like, oh, we can go to church without him. And he's like, no, we really should take Alex too. So, you know, we'll wait and go tomorrow morning.
So yeah, it's important in our lives, but it's probably not as important as
we should make
or as some priests would want us to be or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so final question. We also are having big discussions in the faculty we call Take a Stand, which is where you pick on like a scale of strongly agree to strongly disagree, like where you would stand. And so one of the big questions is that do you think parents should educate their children about relationships and marriage, or do you think that should be left up to the school to do?
Oh, I think everybody should educate them once it matters. I mean,
I think that I'm not sure if book education is where the parents come in. I think it's setting a good example for the children, and that kids learn by watching and seeing how other people do things, and that's where I think the parents come in. If the parents have a good, strong marriage and understand, the kids are going to understand that this is how a marriage is supposed to be, and they'll learn that way, as opposed to a classroom setting, which also has its merits, but I think the two go hand in hand.
I agree with that.
Okay, then I guess that's it. Thanks so much for doing that.
Easy.
Yeah, that was
10 minutes.
You got everything you needed?
Yeah, that's actually it.